Greetings, my fellow Nigerians. This is a journey to our greatness. God is allowing us to go through this route because of something greater in us that we do not know, to be a model to the world. The purpose of this broadcast is to recommend to good Nigerians the most humble, civil, and powerful ways of reclaiming our mandate and restoring lasting sanity in our country beyond 29th of May 2023. This is not just about fighting any legitimate authority, but about transitioning into the new Nigeria of our dream. If we have the capacity to throw to the streets, then we'll have a lot more capacity to follow this guidance, which is simpler and more effective without any risk of physical confrontations. For once in the history of our nation, we have found and seen a good reason to be one and united for our common legitimacy and freedom from the oppression of the insensitive political class. This is a battle between light and darkness, love and hate, between the new Nigeria and the old Nigeria. Love is the only way we can win Nigeria back. We can't afford to go the route of our sister nations like Sudan and many of the other African countries who have been consumed by darkness and greed in the hearts of men. Please pray for Sudan that they find peace sooner than later. In our case, as soon as we regain the political mandate, we shall learn how to forgive our evil elites, our evil political elites and their cronies because they do not know exactly what they are doing. They actually need help. Majority of them are entirely blind to humanity, and the few of them that could see cannot see beyond their noses. Please don't be angry with those happy slaves and sycophants who sing praises to the stolen mandates because of the crumbs they hope to get from the tables of their masters. Just understand that if the mandate was honestly given to Mr. Peter Obi, whom the people truly voted for, the same sycophants would have been singing praises to him. By now, they could have been hailing him beyond measures. In fact, some of the governors would have declared public holidays in their states just to welcome him and celebrate him. But it is okay. What is happening now is good. Those people can only be whom they are. And this situation has helped us to identify them so that by the time we restore our mandates, we won't take their praises seriously any longer. But we shall help them if they desire. Again, please forgive me to say this. Some of us as ordinary citizens are not even better than the elites that we criticize. In fact, some of us are worse than them. We only cry because we do not benefit from the proceeds of the criminality. So let's not be too judgmental and sanctimonious, but make a total conscious resolve to begin this change with us in all honesty. So as we pray for the oppressors, we also pray for ourselves and strive to purge our country of the criminality that has beheld us. We have all contributed to this criminality. We have to tell ourselves the truth. We resolve in most sincerity of hearts and humility to God that we are now ready to shine the light and lead the way for the world to follow. For the past 50 years or more, we have missed our ways. We have derailed from the path to our vision as clearly pronounced in our national anthems and pledge. This year, we want to find our path again. We want to face the right direction and begin the true journey of rebuilding our country and restoring our hope. With the ideas I'm about to share now, we are making a strong resolve that illegitimate government cannot thrive on the legitimate businesses and livelihood of the people. We need no physical battle. The only physical battle that we need now is to physically resist any form of criminality and corruption, no matter how attractive it seems. Believe me, it is easier to resist compromising your integrity than fighting the physical war against the consequences of criminality when you've already become a victim. So we are in a mind battle of helping our brothers and sisters who have chosen the way of corruption to destroy themselves. They need help. Just stick to what is right, no matter how small, and encourage others around you to do the same. This is a daily battle of our attitude, not a one-off strike. It's okay to fail once or twice or more, but fail once and succeed twice in doing the right thing, and we get better and sweeter with time. We shall identify the true enemies of Nigeria around us and encourage them to let the purpose of God reign again in our land. Before I start recommending the way forward to our civic actions, I want to quickly remind us of the symbolism of our colors, of our national flags, green and white. These are our national colors. The green symbolizes the fertility of our land and wealth, which includes our agricultural and natural resources. The white symbolizes the peace and unity of the people, the power of our united and brotherly force in harmony. These are the values and foundation upon which these civil strategies and actions are built on. Sadly, the same politicians and their cronies who claim to love Nigeria destroy these two most powerful assets of our country, which are the blood and soul of this nation. They abuse and loot our green and destroy our white just for their selfish ambitions. In destroying our whites, they set one religion against the other or set our tribes against each other, defiling the very fabric that weaves us together as the biggest and richest black nation on the Mother Earth as desired by God. Now we know better. We are ready to restore the dignity of our peace and unity in our generation. We can't leave it for our children. Now, I present to you the civic actions to reclaim our mandate beyond 29th of May 2023, if the elements of criminality and illegitimacy insist on their agenda. I will describe these actions in 5 broad categories and then provide context and detailed activities we shall conduct under each of these categories. These are as follows. The first of the civic actions under this category are: we are taking the responsibilities for our national unity as common citizens and not leaving it to our political elites anymore. In context, you have to know this one thing. As I have mentioned earlier, life generally is a battle between two sides only, light and darkness, not religions, not tribes, not race, not ethnicity, not social class, and the rest of it. These are all weaponized divisions of darkness to enslave the people in order to win the battle. You can only choose the side that you belong depending on your values. I encourage you to choose the side of light and see how sweet, how amazingly beautiful life is. We shall all be active agents of peace and unity in our land, for it is the will of God that mankind lives in peace with one another. The land is green, the people are white, and our race is proudly black, to bring beauty and completeness to humankind. So, to achieve this, we shall engage in a massive civic campaign for humanity in us in order to intentionally kill divisions instituted by the political elites in Nigeria. Action steps. We shall engage in the following actions after 29th of May 2023. 1. Nigerians shall initiate a culture of unity every Wednesday. Wednesdays shall be known as the White Wednesday. Every Wednesday we celebrate and express the white color in our national flag, which symbolizes the strength in our peace and unity. We shall express these core values as citizens by putting on either white t-shirts, white dresses, white caps, tying a piece of white clothes on our cars, on our necks or wrists, or in any creative way we can show our patriotism in our whiteness as citizens. This celebration is extended to all our brothers and sisters in diaspora. Tell the world that our unity has begun. We are ready to live and die together to protect our Nigerianness. The White Wednesday will be a reminder to each other that peace and unity is the only way out and that we are out to stand for it. 2. On Wednesdays, in addition to our showcase of our peace in us, every citizen shall consciously reach out to one another who are not necessarily from our tribe, ethnicity, religion, or region, with hands of brotherhood in words and actions, in a way that one deems fit and most effective. You can also share creative unity messages on our social media or your social media and timelines with your social groups and networks, showing love for other tribes, religion, and political parties. Be real and deliberate with all sincerity for others to know that humanity and Nigerianness is first before our social identities. If you can, share your record of videos of your act of Nigerianness to encourage others. 3. Every Wednesday is a White Wednesday of love to one another. Reach out to Nigerians who need help on the streets for aids and give them smiles of hope, irrespective of their national identities or social identities. 4. We shall organize and celebrate annual Unity Carnival known as the National Unity Carnival, NUCA, every last Wednesday in November to deepen our unity and humanity in us. Citizens are free to make it both states and national or nationwide unity festivals. The second in the categories of our civic action is to express our black character and civic actions against any illegitimate authority or rulership. In context, like said in my previous broadcast, violent protest is no longer the way forward. Any action that will undermine our infrastructural and human resources, putting our lives and dignity at risk, is not worth the action because we end up destroying our valuable resources which belong to us and not to the elites who have lost their sense of ownership and patriotism to the country. They believe more in the second-class citizenship that they paid for elsewhere in another country than the first-class citizenship that we offer them or that Nigeria offers them free of charge. If we destroy our country, we lose, not them. And they have mastered the act of using their criminality to intimidate and corrupt our street protests. So this time we are doing something differently. On an appointed date, we shall express our collective support for black character and discontent against any unconstitutional or illegitimate authority, against the constitutional mandate of the people in the nationwide action known as the Black Tears. Action steps. We shall do the following. 1. We shall engage on a massive withdrawal of all services that we determine as supporting the illegitimacy of the rulership. This will be conducted without compromising the safety and livelihood of the common citizens. This idea is founded on the basis that no illegitimate or unconstitutional government thrives without the services and support of the people. Illegitimacy means criminality, and no criminality survives without services. We are also aware that some Nigerians who benefit from the criminality will support the illegitimacy in their selfish interest. That's not a problem. If only all good Nigerians who wish to see a new Nigeria that works for everyone will make this self-sacrifice to express their no confidence in any illegitimate authority, let's see how the cronies of illegitimacy who want to reap where they did not sow would survive it. 2. We shall leverage on the support, structure, and leadership of our fellow citizens in the labor union to effect this action. Hence, we humbly present this to the labor union leadership, giving them our words that all new Nigerians shall be in support to perfect this grand civic solution towards restoring the mandate of the people for a better Nigeria that works for everyone. We await the response of our labor union in confidence. 3. In the days of the expression of the black tears, besides the White Wednesday, we shall wear black t-shirts or caps and tie black piece of cloth to our cars to engrave our black character, which is a symbol of our integrity and disconnection from criminality. The black color symbolizes our personal rejection of criminality and illegitimacy in our country, both in government and among the ordinary citizens in all sectors of our livelihood. The letters of black stand for the following characteristics in us. B. Bold to be on the side of truth and light at all times. L. Loved for others from other diversities. A. Accountable to Nigerians in all public and private offices. C. Character in all expressions as citizens. K. Knowledge is power for self and national development. When you put on your black t-shirts or flagging your black color, it means that you have accepted the black character for yourself and not just to encourage those in government. You are saying that you are a dependable black character image of the new Nigeria, and it begins with you. 4. We also determine that if Presidential Election Petition Tribunal continues beyond 29th of May 2023, we shall display our black character symbols, same as well of solidarity for justice and a reminder to the judiciary that our nation deserves justice and we are committed to the black character. The third in our categories of our civic actions is that we shall encourage money and any alternative exchange solutions to be useful to all Nigerians and not just to a minority or just a few. In context, I have mentioned that money is among the powerful instruments of the bad elites or the bad political elites. They use the monetary system to weaponize poverty for political oppression. In this case, they make the people to believe that money is everything. Hence, they make the money hugely available to themselves and their cronies who add no value to the society, while the people who are actually the bloodline of the nation suffer in poverty. The monetary system is the reason why a lazy man is stupendously rich and a hardworking man is relatively poor. We are going to humble and reverse this system with an alternative support solution that encourages money to respect the people who actually do the work in our country. Action steps. We are working with our partners, a team of highly dedicated and patriotic Nigerians in diaspora, to introduce a new exchange solution that may not replace money, but will support the current monetary system to close up the fundamental gaps associated with it. We shall depoliticize and deweaponize monetary system and make it to serve and promote the values of all the people and not just a few. This solution is free and promises to be the new face of Africa and the world at large, hopefully. Other advantages of this solution include: 1. Hardworking and honest Nigerians will no longer need to have money to earn essential livelihood. Hence, your ability to survive on the basic social support services will no longer depend on how much you have. 2. You can earn goods and services to be happy so long as you have basic skills to support others. It is based on community mutual benefits, so no room for greedy earnings by people who do not add any value to others. 3. There is no room for accumulation of wealth by a few when majority suffer for lack of money. 4. The solution will crush artificial inequality in our society. No social educational class is needed. Value, service, and character class will be more important than all. Those are the things that are needed. 5. The solution will be organically driven by the people and community members and not external forces. 6. The solution will support our noble elderly senior citizens voluntarily and free in honor of their services during their active years. The solution will also apply to our brothers and sisters who are severely physically and mentally challenged. 7. Poverty and unemployment will extremely be eradicated. Everybody, including students, will be able to earn basic livelihood if they have what it takes just to support others. Economic and social crimes, that is 8. Economic and social crimes will be significantly reduced as the sense of belonging, dignity, and responsibility of the citizens will be restored. 9. Economy of our country will grow significantly and crime reduced as citizens will be motivated to provide relevant services and essential living for others. 10. Citizens will be more united and integrated for a common purpose. The solution will be launched as soon as possible when we are fully confident that we are ready and good to go and it's time. Again, the solution will be free to all citizens or at very minimal cost to provide high quality administrative support if the demand grows beyond the starting capacity. The fourth in our categories of our civic actions is creating a new Nigerian social support groups or networks. In context, now let me tell you the secret that's about to come in this strategy. Any country or community or group of people can survive the worst political, economic, or social situation on earth if they can learn how to live together and support each other in all honesty and sincerity. Such communities can be fearless and bold in resisting any intimidation from the political predators. So long as they remain together and are willing to support each other selflessly, they are resilient, they are indefatigable, and they draw strengths from each other. Action steps. 1. All Nigerians are encouraged to create or form different social community groups known as the New Nigeria Social Support Groups or communities or networks. In short form, it's called 2NSG. 2N, the New Nigeria, 2S is social support, then G, group or community or network. So 2NSG in short. This will apply to all Nigerians at home and in diaspora. This will be a social support system in which members make little selfless contributions in the form of social support funds, from where the groups can support any fallen compatriot who has suffered or is suffering any form of criminality or oppression from our political predators in the event of any misfortune. 2. It is strongly advised that every Nigerian should belong to at least one of these groups and make a minimal contribution to that group's social support funds, as little as you can, in all honesty, within your capacity of your earnings and to the best of your conscience for this common purpose. We can't win this battle without integrity and character. 3. Administrators of these groups can determine other creative, culturally suitable ways of building such support funds for fallen members. I also advise different diaspora groups to create various social support funds and identify with some local 2NSGs to support our fallen heroes and heroines that are in the front line at home. 4. As a suggestion, the 2NSGs can use any existing social media platforms such as WhatsApp, Telegram, Facebook, and the rest to initiate this system. However, for the purpose of global and local relevance, trusted security, and local content and context patronage, we have sought a local content platform developed by Nigerians for the best of our experience with its useful many features. So we recommend that Nigerians download and use the ClueGate app for this purpose. 5. Accountability, character, patriotism for country, and sincerity of purpose will be the driving broad lines of this approach. Every member of the administrative team of each of the group must be known to all members. Not less than 70% of the members must consent to any approval for members to receive support from the common funds based on the members' commitment to the New Nigerian vision and circumstances surrounding the members' ordeal. The administrative team must publish the statement of account of the group at the end of every month for members to review and reascertain their confidence. Other rules as agreed by members could be added, and these few ground rules are subject to revision by members with membership of 100 and above. The activities of individual groups will reflect the New Nigeria that we wish to see, starting with our own small communities as units of the New Nigeria. 6. If any member of this group or community is haunted by criminality, other members should not keep silent because it does not affect their personal interest or their businesses or does not threaten their lives at that time. I tell you, it definitely will one day if we do nothing. So we cannot fight evil as individuals, but as a collective force. Let this criminality inspire a culture of socialism and communal care for one another. With this, Nigerians will become a force to reckon with. Nobody cries or laughs alone. We cry, laugh, and win together. 7. The administrators of this group shall be very diligent and firm to weed out any member with questionable character, especially members suspected of proving to be among the cronies that support illegitimacy and criminality of any kind. 8. This is very important. We shall identify all private businesses and institutions that provide or demonstrate any form of support to the illegitimate institutions and authorities against the will and the mandate of the Nigerian people. And the Nigerians shall determine to withdraw our patronage all over the country from such businesses and institutions, and make sure that they either respect the mandate and the will and the power of the people, or they run out of business in Nigeria. The 5th and the last categories of our civic actions is caring for our armed, security, and safety forces. You know, our armed and security forces are those institutions who keep us safe and encourage orderliness in our systems. They include the military, police, Department of State Services, Civil Defense Corps, Road Safety Commission, Directorate of Vehicle Inspection Office, and other related institutions. The main target of any illegitimate authority is to abuse these legitimate instruments of the government to its favor. Such authority protects its criminality with these legal instruments of our nation. The good news is that we still have good Nigerians in those institutions who want to see dignity in the services that they provide, for the good of the whole nation. They are tired of being used as gunpowders and robots, to protect criminality while their families live with no hope, with no future out there. In this journey, God will talk to them to stand for what is right for this last time, I know. Before then, let us encourage them with what their masters who use them as gunpowders cannot give them. Action steps. 1. If you pass by any of our force agents on uniform, give them free ride to their destinations if they are going your way. 2. Give them drinks and snacks when you meet them at checkpoints, but not money, to avoid illegitimate inducements against the legalities of their duties. 3. Smile and talk to them nicely when they stop you at checkpoints. They actually should be our friends in the new Nigeria, and that's what they are meant for. 4. If the unruly ones among them abuse and disrespect you, do not take it personal and forgive them, because they are acting at the level of their knowledge and character. Never stop being nice to them. Never stop being nice to others. A few corrupt eggs cannot defile others who are good. 5. Let's show love to our security and safety agents as an appreciation for their sacrifices in the field against the criminality that abuse them. 6. Share your experiences about the good security agents that you've met on the way in your new Nigeria social security social support groups, that is the 2 NSG groups. In conclusion, fellow Nigerians, snatching our nation from the hands of total collapse from illegitimacy and criminality will take the biggest teamwork ever from concerned citizens like never before in the history of Africa. They will fight us, they will attack us, they will want to do everything possible to stay relevant, but we shall never give up on pursuing what is right before God and man for the sanity of our country. Believe me, God is on our side on this battle, and He is all we need to collapse the old Nigeria and emerge the new Nigeria. I have never been concerned about if new Nigeria is possible in our lifetime. It is more than possible. What I'm concerned about is if we are willing and ready to make the required sacrifices that will emerge the new Nigeria against all odds. If we are ready to hold on and work as a country, as a people, congratulations to everyone. The old Nigeria is falling, and the new Nigeria that works for everyone already is emerging. It is closer at sight than never before. We shall get it right without breaking the rules, so that we will continue to get it right even after we step into the new Nigeria. In the new Nigeria, our religion is love, our ethnicity is humanity, and our attitude is justice. There is only one capacity that God does not have. God does not have the capacity to abandon His children when we sincerely come to Him in faith and actions. He won't fail us. I know that our political elites are not afraid of God. I pray that they remain alive to see the might and wrath of God at the end of this journey. If we are able to break this political spell and learn how to live together as brothers, the sky is our beginning. Our greatness is limitless. The world will come to learn from us, and heaven will celebrate us as a true nation under God. If these ideas appeal to your heart as a new Nigerian, let's do this, beginning on the 29th of May, 2023. A copy of this broadcast shall be made available in the newNigeriaispossible.org website and in the grolafrica.org website. I remain Dr. Debem, standing tall and proud in the face of adversity for the love of our country, Nigeria. God bless the people's mandates. God bless the office of the citizens of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So help us God. Thank you for listening.